everyone. It's good to have you on the show. The show is Ask the Prof, and I am your host, Young Professor. On Ask the Prof, people will be sharing their stories and experiences to help others avert the same mistake or advise people who find themselves in the same situation. Well, I got 3 notes, or let's say 3 letters, but the one I picked to read today, I picked it because it has become a rampant issue. I belong to several groups on Facebook where people post their real life stories, and I discovered that most of the stories I read are related to this letter I picked. Then again, this letter is kind of close to home. So it reads thus. It says, "Good afternoon, young professor. I hope this meets you well. I am from a family of 6, and my mother is our father's only wife. Looking at us from outside, you would think all is well, like the love is strong and real, but it's all a facade. There is this very strong, unhealthy competition between us as siblings. No one wants to help the other do better, and when they are in the position to help, they would rather block you. When I'm in need and I go to my siblings, they will always turn me down, but I know they will do more for a total stranger. It's not like I am not doing well, but I feel there's a vacuum that family needs to fill. I am even scared to share my successes with them because I feel they won't be truly happy for me. Not even my failures, because I feel they would laugh at me. Blood is thicker than water is what I have always heard, but I think our family blood has been diluted, and I am considering blocking them all or calling them to talk about my concerns and fears. Which would you advise I do? Thanks." Well, that is the note I got. And the first thing I would be saying in response to this letter is this. Most times when we feel our siblings or relations don't want to help, the truth is they really do not have the means to help. Virtually everyone is faking it till they make it. Although faking it to make it for someone you call your sibling or someone you say you love is actually a sign of the love not being genuine. Then secondly, never you feel entitled. Because they are your family members does not mean they must meet your needs all the time. That feeling of because we are related, is my brother, she's my sister, they just must look for a way around it, is born from entitlement spirit. Now, back to reality, back to the issue on ground, back to why the blood in the family is no longer thick. Want to bomila? I think sometime last week I wasn't feeling too well, so I had to visit the hospital. And while in the hospital, we need to see, take your time, wait your turn till you're called in. So while I was waiting, a woman beside me, Yoruba woman precisely, was on a call. So she was talking to someone. I think she came to the hospital with maybe a niece or a cousin. I know it's a relative, a younger relative, a lady to be precise. So she was trying to tell the person who either she called or she received a call, I don't know, but I know she was on the call and she had her earpiece on. So she was literally screaming. So the person was, I don't know what the person at the other end was asking her, but her responses gave me a hint of what the person was asking. Because I just heard her say, doctor said, in Yoruba, she said, "One leje lami." Direct translation of lami means the blood has become watery. The blood has been watered down. It is no longer thick. So I think the question the person at the other was asking, how come Mama Kekere, that is a young lady, why should her blood become light and not as thick as it used to be? So she was now trying to explain that when she spoke with the doctor gave some reasons that, okay, maybe one, she wasn't eating right. Please follow me from here. She wasn't eating right or she wasn't eating well. That is one. Another cause of it could be stress. Then another cause could be depression. She mentioned those 3. She said the doctor mentioned those 3 amongst others. So I think after that, my number was called, so I had to go into the room to see my own doctor. So after I left the hospital, I think I received this letter a day before. So as I was leaving the hospital and going home, it just came to me. Okay, the blood, that lady's blood was watered down or became watery. It was no longer thick. Then I remembered that, okay, someone asked that, okay, the blood, family blood used to be thick. Now it is watery. So now I'm going to liken the causes for blood being watery that was given by the doctor to family's blood not being thick anymore like it used to be back in the day. So the doctor said probably she wasn't eating right or was not eating well. I will call that poverty or lack. An hungry man is an angry man. A family where they are suffering, there's this let's say father says, poverty is bad. In a family where they are poor, where they are hungry, I can tell you there won't be love. I cannot be giving you solution to your problem when I am hungry. We need to understand. So in a family where there's poverty, where there's lack, the love cannot be strong. Hunger will always water the love down. That is one reason why the blood in some family has become watery. Then the doctor gave another cause, which is depression. Depression, I would liken depression to no joy. Family will not get joy. They know they assist themselves. You cannot give what you don't have. I am not happy, you cannot spread happiness if you are not happy. You are not happy, you cannot make someone else happy. If I don't have joy, I am always angry, always bitter. You cannot come to me and I'll give you a solution. It's impossible. Then the third one, the doctor said stress. I'm going to liken stress to fighting, envy, and strife in a family where you people envy yourselves. Is she the only one? Why should she be the one that they send to America? No, they say we should go and learn work. He wants to go to university. Kole work. Yes, in a family where there's envy, where there is strife, you are always fighting. No, I have to go to university first. You stay, let me go. Daddy say cannot put two of us together. In a family where there's envy, where there's strife, where there's jealousy, unhealthy. Envy is the senior brother of jealousy. It's a very, very unhealthy jealousy. Yes, where there's jealousy, where there's where you are always fighting over things, it is normal that there will not be love. There will not be cooperation. The blood will become light. Is a certainty. It is a certainty. Your blood must become watery. Rhythm and tune to make you dance, but messages gives life to every song. I am your professor and the show is Music Link. On this show, I'll be picking songs with strong messages and relating them to real life experiences while we educate ourselves on how to salvage such situations. Forget about the title Young Professor. I need you on this. Your opinion counts as I cannot be an island. To be a part of this show, subscribe to Sage TV. Now, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, I'll be giving us 3 tips or say advices on how to go about it. Number 1, keep your mouth shut. You don't have to say everything you see or that you know or everything that is going on in your life. I'm going to refer us to the story of Joseph in the Bible. His brothers didn't like him and he knew. But when he had the dream of their chiefs bowing down to his chief, he still went ahead to tell them, I had a dream. Your chiefs bowed down to my chiefs. There were 11 stars, a moon and a sun. They bowed down to me. Why did he talk? Must you talk? Keep your mouth shut. Remember when they were going to sell him or when they were planning to kill him before they ended up selling him? Immediately they saw him coming. The first thing they said is, behold the dreamer. Let us kill him and see how his dreams will be fulfilled. They didn't say, behold daddy's loved son. They didn't say, behold the handsomest man. They only said, behold the dreamer. If only he had kept his mouth shut. They would have hated him, yes, but maybe they wouldn't have thought of killing him. Then, aside from keeping your mouth shut, another thing is, do not beg for acceptance or love. Don't beg for acceptance or love. I am sure that if Joseph had sat on his own, he knows they don't like him, and he had kept quiet and remained in his corner, respected, maintained his local champion, it is possible that they won't have done anything to him, or they won't have even had the opportunity to sell him. Then another thing again is keep your distance. Keep your distance. Stop tojubole up and down. Sit in your house. When they were going to capture Joseph, where was he? He went to check on them. Daddy said, I should come and check on you. That's how they captured him. If he was smart enough to have formed stomach ache, when Daddy said, Joseph, come and go and check your brothers. And he said, Daddy, my stomach is paining me, I cannot go. Or he said, Benjamin, you come and go, let me stay at home. If he was smart enough, he would have escaped being sold, or it was just lucky they didn't kill him. Let's forget about God's blessings, God's promises on his lives. He escaped because God was there for him. What if that time something just happened and God decided to let everything happen whichever way it was going to happen? So the advice is, number 1, keep your mouth shut. Number 2, keep your distance. Number 3, don't beg for love or acceptance. I am sure Joseph wanted them to accept him. That's why I said, Daddy, don't worry, let me take the food to them. He was trying to show them that he's a good brother and he loves them and he wants them to love him. It's not like I'm doing anything bad. Daddy just like me because I like to read, because I know my book, because I'm a good boy. That's what he wants to prove. But nobody's sending mercy. You understand me now? So those 3 things, do them. Then lastly, check yourself. You just might be doing something wrong, or there's something you are overdoing, or there's something you should not be doing that you are doing. Check yourself. Check your relationship with your family members. Check your relationship with your friends. Be sure that you are not doing something that is making everybody hate on you. In all lies, there is an element of truth. Yes, whatever you are doing that is making them not like you, it could be something that you are doing negligently. Although you don't have to do something wrong for some people to hate you. There's this saying in Yoruba that that somebody does not like you, or some people do not like you, does not mean that it's because you are not nice or because you are rude. No. But even at that, you need to check yourself. Be sure that you are standing right. And you're not the reason why people are hating on you. They just hate you because there's something they see in you. For people to hate you, for people to envy you, for people to dislike you, it is simply because they are seeing something you're probably not seeing, or something you are seeing that you don't even identify yourself. You have something they wish they had. So once you identify that, oh, okay, it's because I'm this, it's because I'm that, or because I can do this and they can't, or because I'm loved by all and sundry, that is why they are doing this. You need to identify it, know why, then do whatever it takes to set yourself free. Listen to me. Family is not just blood. There are people you come in contact with, friends, acquaintances, that will do more good for you than your family. That vacuum. In her letter, she said that there's a vacuum that family needs to fill. There are people you come in contact with that you wish you had met them since when you were a baby. So forget family. Family is that person that loves you, that cares about you, that is always there for you. Not just the blood. Blood now is light. Blood now till lami. Everything has spoiled. Nation, everything. So now, just be there for who is there for you. You understand? That person that cares about you, that loves you, give them attention. That might be the person that God wants to use for you. Do you understand? This brings us to the end of the show. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Follow us on all our social media pages, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. And see you again next week, same station, same show, same time. The show is Ask the Prof, and I remain your one and only young professor. Ireo.